If you've been waking up in the morning at 3 a.m. with a heavy feeling in your chest that something is about to happen, you don't know what it is, you can't point your finger on what it is, but you just know that something is about to unfold. You're not imagining it, you're tapped in. Hi everyone, I'm Charlie, channeler of the Pleiadian 7, and today I'm going to share with you very specific information and predictions about May energies. And at the same time, energy updates for the 3 waves of volunteers. And I'm going to give you some dates to look out for this month, as well as a lovely channeled energy integration to help you integrate these incredible energies that have been pouring into planet Earth. Because while April was a month of activation and fast energy, in May, we're going to get a bit of a break. But at the same time, May is going to be a month of preparation. Now, this is not about fear. This is more about being ready physically and ready spiritually. Because if you noticed, or if you watched the news lately, what happened in Spain, that was not by chance. That was a test. And there will be more of those coming. That will lead to the 3 days of darkness, but more on that in a future video. Today, let's break down what's going to happen in May. Before I go any further, I have lots of free tools available below, as well as a free Telegram group where I share energy updates, and I'll be doing a full moon ceremony on there on May 12th, so feel free to join. So over the last few weeks, I've been hearing from a lot of you, light workers, starseeds, empaths, seekers. You have been feeling that something is about to happen, that it feels like the calm before the storm. And that's exactly what May is. We're getting a bit of a break, but it's really a break to fine-tune our intuition and our discernment. Because all is not what it seems like. All is not what it seems like. As a matter of fact, one of the elements of the month of May is the revelation of more illusions that have been going on that so many people have been falling for. Mind control agendas will intensify, and the event in Portugal and Spain was part of this. We're also going to hear more about AI, and there are going to be more revelations of lies, basically. That's the simplest way to put it. So watch out for that. Now, let me give you some specific dates to pay attention to. So from May 2nd to the 4th, it's going to be a bit of a breather energetically. So this is a good time to really nurture that soil where we planted the seeds from the month of April. May 2nd, more specifically, will be about heart expansion, dream activation, and intuitive downloads. So pay attention what comes through on those days. Now, May 4th is going to be the beginning of the collective shadow exposure. This is where there's going to be behind the scenes a preparation for the revelation of more illusions and lies. May 10th is a bit of an iffy day, but after May 14th, there's going to be a speeding up of energy. Now, May 12th is a full moon, so there's going to be a bit of a release. But after May 14th, this is when we're going to start to experience some more events in the outer world, so to speak. And these are the days I want you to pay attention to. The 17th, the 24th, and 27th. There are going to be some unexpected events. There's going to be on the 24th, there's going to be an initiation of the new souls that have been coming in. And the 27th will be a good time for setting intentions as we move forward. And again, we are going to start to move towards this 3 days of darkness. So it's going to be interesting. And mind control agendas will really start increasing. What we saw in Spain and Portugal, that's just the beginning. Again, it's important to become discerning. It's not about fear. It's about practicing our spiritual intelligence That's what it's about, because as we move towards New Earth, there's going to be a multiplication of false gurus and false prophets. So the most important thing is to have that inner voice truly clear to be able to discern. And then, of course, a physical preparation. And this is so important because you know that the CABL, and I'm not going to mention it specifically, certain words, because my last video got a self-harm warning, which is not what the video was about. You guys can check it out. So to me, it just sort of proved the point of the message that I shared in that video. But basically, here in Europe, we got a warning to have 72, to have supplies ready for 72 hours. Now, one thing is that they sort of do send this warning before they plan something. And they did the same thing with COVID, with that pandemic. And those who are paying attention sort of picked up on it. But most people, of course, it's naturally got caught up by surprise. This time, don't get caught up by surprise. Of course, there's something else coming. It doesn't mean that it stops this awakening, this manifestation of New Earth. Not at all. It just means that they're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to do what we're going to do. All right? So be discerning. See, as more souls wake up, there's going to be also humans that are still going to get stuck in this collective illusion. And this is what they're counting on. And that we're going to see that magnify into June, July, and August. Now, we all came into this planet at this point in time by choice. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And we have specific missions to play. That is why right now I'm going to share with you guys the energy updates for the 3 waves of volunteers, which is very simply the beings that chose to come here to anchor the light to bring forth the new earth. And the first wave, these are the boomers and most Gen Xers. Second wave, this is millennials and younger Gen Xers. And the third wave, this is Gen Zers and alphas and younger. And so let's dive into that. First wavers, you guys have been anchoring the light for a long time. And now you are being invited to show up on the world stage. That's right, you're being invited to lead. So for you this month, the big question is, how do I want to show up? Now, we're not talking about a stage with applause or how we imagine it. This is a spiritual stage, a stage that gathers souls that are looking for community, but also for leadership. So, sit with that question. How do I want to show up to this world stage? Second wavers, these are millennials and younger Gen X's. For a long time, you've been focused on the inner work. Or maybe you just began and realized that you don't want to be stuck in this cycle of constantly seeking. And you're also realizing that so many of the answers that you're looking for, they're already within you. And they are. So much of this period, it's about connecting with your inner knowing. It's about letting go of this constant need to seek, to search, and be. Third wavers, Gen Zers, alphas, and younger, you guys came in with the greatest fire. But sometimes this timeline that we get trapped in, the timeline of the matrix, can tend to dim that fire. But do not dim your fire. Be in that fire, even if it seems to burn bridges or even relationships, because oftentimes those relationships are not the relationships that are right for you. Anything that dims your light, let it go. It's okay to burn it off and to be in that fire, because it's not just a fire. That fire lights up, and your time is coming, and that fire will very, very much be needed to keep the full light on, especially when we experience the 3 days of darkness. May will be a month of true integration. And with that, I will share with you this powerful channel transmission that will help you integrate these energies. And the Pleiadian 7 want to remind you that no matter what you are going through, you chose this experience specifically, not so much to learn, but to play. So remember to play, because that is the state that truly cultivates higher timelines. Thank you so much, Cosmic Family, and make sure to listen to following transmission as often as you need to. I love you and be blessed. Humans, today we invite you to integrate the beautiful, loving frequencies pouring into this planet. And there is nothing that you need to do but simply be. For your presence is the true light. Your presence is the true love. So, let's begin. Let's begin not by going up, but by going in. Not by imagining light, but by arriving here, fully in your body, in this moment. You don't need to try, you don't need to fix. Just be still and let your awareness drop into the body. Notice the space between your thoughts, the weight of your body held gently by the earth. The quiet rhythm of your breath, flowing in and out. Now bring your attention to your jaw. Release, unclench it. Bring your attention to your shoulders. Let them melt. To your hands. Soften your grip on the world. Feel the tension slip away and release through your fingertips. Now bring your attention to your belly and give it permission to expand with each breath. To your legs, they are heavy, rooted, and resting. You are safe to relax. You are safe to receive. You are safe to integrate. And now gently bring your attention to the base of your spine, the root, the place where survival meets stability, where your connection to earth is remembered. Feel the anchoring presence here as energy moves downward through your hips, your legs, your feet. Clear the fear clear the scarcity. And we want to remind you, you are supported. You belong. You are home in your body. Now shift into your lower belly, just below the navel. This is the center of creativity, sensuality, emotional flow. Let the energy spiral through this space, soften into pleasure, softening into feeling. Allow grief to rise if it needs to. Allow joy to awaken if it's ready. You are safe to feel. You are safe to create. Now, the warmth of your awareness moves to your core, your solar plexus, the fire of will, the seed of personal power. Here, the integration brings confidence, clarity, and courage, burning away old doubt, making room for quiet power. You are strong. You are sovereign. You are enough. Bring your focus to the center of your chest, the heart, where spirit meets the body, where grief and gratitude dance. Breathe into this space. Let your chest soft and expand. Let old heartbreak melt. Let compassion return. Let these energies wrap you in green and golden frequencies of unconditional love. You are loved. You are loving. You are love. Now feel the energy rising to your throat, the gateway of truth, of expression, of voice. This is the place where silence becomes song, where secrets unravel, where your soul says, I'm ready to be heard. Breathe into your neck. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Speak when you're ready. There's no rush, but there is power waiting. Now let the current rise between your eyebrows, the center of sight beyond sight, perception, intuition, knowingness. Allow the space to soften, not to see more, but to see clearly. Let illusions fade. Let clarity come. Let intuition become your compass again. You already know. You always have. Finally, allow your attention to float above the top of your head, the crown, where you remember your connection to Source, to God, to the great mystery. Feel the gentle flow, not beaming down from above, but rising from within. The soul emerging, the light expanding, the integration completing. You are divinely guided. You are connected. You are infinite. Now bring your awareness to your entire being, from root to crown, from earth to sky, from breath to breath. Let this light settle into your bones. Let this clarity settle into your choices. Let this wholeness ripple into your life. You have integrated what needed to be felt. You have received what was yours to remember. You have arrived in this moment, new again. Remember, you are the light you have been seeking. Everything you have ever wanted is already within you. Simply be the light that you already are.